Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring 3 decks in for this reading today. We're going to bring in the Beautiful Journey to Union Oracle, the Divine Lover Oracle by Bloom and Arrow, and the Twin Flame Real Love Tarot. Both of these are my decks available on makeplayingcards.com. So we're going to connect today with the energy around you, your person, your journey. I'm also going to bring in some heart messages from my bucket. So I've got their energy in this bucket and your energy in this bucket, and we're going to see what's going on. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. Now, before I shuffle the cards, I've got an Ascension message for you. You may be experiencing neck pain today. And we had neck pain coming through not long ago. So neck pain is about change. So perhaps in your mind you're thinking, I've just slept weird, or I've had a weird night's sleep, or I've cracked my neck and that's why I've got neck pain. But the underlying reason is because there are changes taking place. Now, some of you are already in communication. And if you are, they're planning on approaching you differently in that communication, opening up more, telling you how they feel. And that's what they're working through. If you're not in communication, just know there are big changes and shifts happening right now to move that into place. And you're going to feel it and sense it on a deep level. So maybe you've already been expecting it to come in. You're thinking, why hasn't it happened yet? Just have faith, especially between now and the full moon. So if you are experiencing any neck pain, it's because anything that feels stuck or stagnant, any old ways or any patterns of behaviour you've been in or they've been in, you can't go back to that. Things are changing. The pain, the neck pain, whether it's stiff neck or achiness or anything else, it's a sign of the changes that are taking place within. Because what they are doing is they are replacing their stuck thinking with a new plan. And you're doing that too. You're both becoming more flexible and adaptable to change. So what does that mean? It means you're changing the way you're acting yourself. So you may be setting more boundaries down. You may be being more honest with yourself about things. You may be giving more time, love and attention to yourself. So you're not waiting around perhaps the way you were before. You're focusing on living your life, and that's bringing in significant change because it's growing your soul, it's glowing you up, it's moving you into a whole new state of being. So you may find you've got more money flowing in, more opportunities in your career. Maybe your friendships are thriving right now, or your children are really spending more time with you or looking up to you more or wanting your attention more. Maybe you find that other things are working out for you. You may feel healthier, more motivated, more creative. You may have more ideas popping into your mind. And that's because you've changed what you're doing. And the neck pain is a sign of that. It's also a sign that things are changing in your life in general, turning around. Things are moving forward even if you can't yet see the results. And what they are doing is realising and recognising that they can change their lives. So if they've been stuck in a pattern, a behaviour, a constant cycle, a loop, a karmic situation, they're recognising I can and I will change. And I'm going to do something about it. So they're becoming more adaptable in their own head to things they need to do. And if you are experiencing any other physical symptoms today, if you check out my video in the Twin Flames Everything You Need to Know series, it tells you about every physical symptom, why you get it, and this is to do with Ascension. So obviously if you're going through something physically and you feel you need physical support, see someone, whether it's a therapist, a doctor, a professional. But if you feel deep down, you're like, I know this is connected with the journey, I know it's Ascension, I know it will pass, I know that there's a spiritual reason for it, and perhaps you're wondering what that is, you can check out that video that will help. And this is from my deck, Twin Flame Ascension Oracle. So what I'll do today is I'll share that video on the community post. So if you're wondering where it is, if you think you can't find it, I'll share it again there. So let's see what's going on. So what's the energy around you today? What's the energy around you? But I do feel it's about preparing for change. So what's the energy around you? Thank you, angels. What's the energy around them today? And what's the energy around the journey today? What's the energy around the journey today? Look at this. What is meant to be will always find a way. It's so important you remember that when you're going through struggles or a challenge or you're starting to go into doubt. That's why you see signs. Someone asked me why we see signs so much on this journey. And it's to remind you of the power of the connection, to keep you connected, but also to buoy your faith when you go into doubt. And even if you're in like lots of faith and you see lots of signs, it's the way you're reminded of the power of the love. So the energy around you today, what's the energy around them today? There it is. And I feel that one's in reverse. And what's the energy around the journey? What's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. What's the guidance for you today? Intensity coming through there. What's the guidance for them today? Look at that, I love you. That's what they intend to tell you. All the changes they know they need to make, that's why they're having neck pain, is all because they love you. And they know they can't live without you either. It's getting more and more painful for them to do so. So what's the energy around the connection? Thank you, angels. So let's bring in some messages for them. So what do we need to know for them? I'm just closing my eyes and grabbing out what I feel needs to come out there. What's the energy for you? What's the energy for you today? What do you need to know? Not many coming out there. And then what I'm going to do for the journey as well is I've got another bucket here with like traits and other things. I'm going to bring some messages out for the journey. So take what resonates with you in this reading. Leave anything that doesn't, okay? Just seen reunion there. Yeah. Oh, religious. I thought it said reunion. So that's another sign as well that reunion is coming in. So let's see what's happening with your energy then. So first of all, I've got to show you this hearty. We've got, it's on their mind, okay? Intimacy is on their mind. Being physical with you, wanting you, desiring you. That's on their mind today. So if you're experiencing heat in the body, Kundalini rising, that's the reason why. We've got travel. So they're also thinking about traveling to you. Okay, now you may actually have this on your mind today. So this could also be your energy. You may be a bit turned on today. Maybe you're feeling the power. You want them. You're desiring them. And it may be driving you a bit crazy. So if you are thinking about that today and you're frustrated or you're wanting them and you don't know what to do with yourself, channel that energy into your creative projects, your goals, your dreams. Channel it into journaling or exercise or cleansing your sacral chakra and you'll feel better. Some of you could be traveling today or you could be planning on traveling today. Or maybe you're thinking about them traveling somewhere today. But this is a huge message about things changing. I see travel as movement and change, and 555. So there's big change coming in, and I feel you're being prepared for change right now. I felt that before I even shuffled the cards. So preparing for change. So if you're seeing 555 a lot, if you're waking up and you look at the clock and it's 5:55 in the morning, or you look at the clock in the evening, it's 5:55 at night, or you're seeing this number in any other way, it's a huge sign of rapid change. You may also see dragonflies, butterflies, or other signs of change connected with your unique journey. This could also be a sign of movement, because I feel the travel is also about movement, especially because there's desire here. So when there's desire, it brings action in. And that's why we've got intensity coming through for you. Our connection is so intense, sometimes it scares me. And this is your energy. So this connection sometimes is so intense, it scares you. Now, you're not afraid of this journey. You're strong and powerful. In fact, you're in your power. Look at this. You've got the Queen of Swords. You know what you want and you're willing to do what it takes. And you've got this, which means heaven has got you. Heaven's saying to you, you've got this because I've got you. So Archangel Michael is saying, you can handle this because I've got you. In other words, he's around you, he's helping you, he's assisting you. And you know what you want. And that makes you very powerful, very sexy. You love them fiercely, you desire them fiercely, and you're not afraid to pursue that or show that. That's who you are. That makes you strong. But today, channel that into other things. Channel it into your career. Channel it into manifesting your dreams and the things you're intending. So focus intensely on the other things you want, and that will create a powerful energy that manifests them in. But even though you're saying, I'm in my power, I know my worth, I know I've got this, this can scare you sometimes. And when I say scare you, I don't mean like you are, freaking out, petrified. It's more the desire when it overwhelms you. It's scary sometimes how powerful that is. How much you want them, how much it can take over your mind. And that's because the feelings sometimes can be very overwhelming. So if you're experiencing that, make sure you're breathing through the moment. So the angels say, take things slow, be patient. This will help you to feel more comfortable with the changes that are happening. So there are changes happening. And because there's changes happening, momentum, things moving forward, things shifting, being flexible and adaptable, the more you relax your energy, the more you'll be comfortable with what's going on. So change is happening, things are shifting. So the angels are reassuring you today by signs and synchronicities. And it's also about you cooling your emotions, relaxing your energy so you don't rush in and perhaps do something when you know that you need to take a step back, because you are powerful and strong. And sometimes that can overwhelm them. It can overwhelm them because of how fiercely you show them love, and they're not used to that. And remember, it's their job to show up for you and make a move towards you. So if you're the one taking control, that's a very masculine thing to do. So when you take your power back into you and focus that power into journaling or exercise or looking after your body or working at your career or working on your creativity, that puts you back into your feminine role in a masculine way. Especially if you are a leader in your job, a leader in your life, you're focusing that energy and you're channeling it in that way. And that helps you to re-establish your feminine self. I also feel this 5 is connected with the 555, so big changes. So again, it's like the things are heating up. So I feel if you haven't perhaps felt them around you, you're going to start feeling them around you now. Now, I love that we've got the wild card in this deck for you, because when I created this deck, I created one card that was the same on both sides. All the other cards are blue like that. And this is the wild card. So this is the stag coming through to you today, bringing a message of hope, a promise to you, saying you are one, trust the union and the love. And this is really like a message from your person saying we are one, trust our union and our love. They are giving you the promise today that they are going to do what it takes. And this is another reason why you're feeling things heating up or speeding up, why you're feeling movement, why you can sense them coming. If you haven't yet received communication, you know it's on the way. So have faith in that. And you may well see a stag today as a symbol of this, because the stag is the promise of union. It's also the promise of their transformation and them showing up in your life. Look at this, planning and processing. So there's definitely a planning to this journey, a processing, and that's what they are doing. And you may well need to take a step back today to plan what you need to do to prepare, because this is preparing for change. And you may be even processing your feelings. So if there is silence right now or things aren't shifting, remember something is being planned behind the scenes. There's processing happening. Processing is understanding and working things out. So instead of thinking, oh, they're ghosting me, say, no, they're processing. They're working out their emotions. Instead of saying, oh, they're blocking me, say they are working out how to move towards me. They are just overwhelmed like I am. So this is saying to you, even though you're this fearless leader and you are a powerful, strong person, it's okay to feel the intensity. Because sometimes it gets so intense you feel like you're going mad. You feel like you're going a bit crazy. And maybe you want to plan to travel somewhere. You may be planning a trip. You may be planning to go somewhere. You may even be seeing signs about that through the 555. So if you're wanting to change something in your life, go somewhere, do something, and you're seeing 555, it's like the universe saying to you, do that, it's okay. And it's okay to feel all this passion and desire and have that on your mind, because it's definitely on their mind. So the journey for them today, we've got guiding light. Now, I feel this is how they feel about you right now. We've got 25 there, which is about 2025. They feel like in 2025, you're their guiding light. You light their way. So just like the angels light your way, you light their way, your light. So you're like that lighthouse, remember. So visualize in your mind a lighthouse and how powerful it is. And when its light shines, whether it spins around or it just shines in one direction, it's guiding things in. So that's your light, and your light is actually magnetic, it's attractive, it's inspiring, it's powerful. Your light is so bright, it's felt by others before you even enter a room. And that's because your light is warm, like the sunlight. So that it's warm. So say, for example, if you're in the house and you're by a window and it's really sunny and warm, you can feel that warmth coming through the windows. You feel that warmth in the house even when you're not physically in the presence of the sun by being outside. And that's your power. So that's how powerful you are. So you must realize and recognize today just how powerful you are and what an impact your light and your love and your positive energy has on other people, especially your twin, because you are one. So they're saying to you, you're my guiding light, you light my way. And what does that mean? It means you help them to find their way. You guide them out of their darkness, their struggles they go through with their ego, their insecurity, their fear. You guide them toward you, you show them the way. And you can do that through your energy, your positivity, and also the changes you make in your life and the things you do, the way you operate in your authenticity, the way you make changes in your life that guide them forward. So for example, if they want to change their job and you've just changed your job, they see that as an inspiration. If they need to leave a karmic partner and you've just left yours, they see that as an inspiration. If you've give up alcohol and they want to do that, they see that as an inspiration. So you guide the way. You light the way. When all is bleak around them, you're the light that shines the way forward and guides them home. And what is home? Where is home? It's you. Home is not a building, a location, a place. It's a feeling. And that feeling is with you. So you're magnetized and they are magnetized to you by your healing light. It opens their heart and makes them strong. So that's what they are saying to you today. They are saying to you, it's all bleak around me. And bleak is like things don't look good. It's the same old, eat, sleep, repeat. Things are a bit stagnant where they are. There's not really anything thriving there. There's no life force. And you are their life force. So they are saying today, when all is bleak around me, you're the light that shines the way forward. It guides me home. So imagine it's like a really foggy night. And there's a light shining. And they see that light and follow it. And they get home. They get where they're going. Or imagine it's like a really snowy day. And it's really dark and cold. And you warm everything up. You melt that ice. So they are saying, I'm magnetized by you. Your healing light. It opens my heart and makes me strong. So focus on your own healing today. Focus on being the healer you've come here to be. Because you are a healer of others through your energy and the power of who you are. And that's why they're telling you today that they love you. What I'm definitely feeling here is they plan on telling you that they love you. Physically telling you with the words, I love you or I'm in love with you. This is what their intention is. Many of them intend to do this soon. Some of you are going to hear this by the 31st of this month. Others, it's going to happen by January. They're going to tell you they love you. There's something they need to tell you. They've got to get the courage up, some of them, to express this. They said, I really want to reach out to you. I really want to express how I'm feeling. That's why you can feel communication is coming, because it is. The love in my heart for you is like nothing I've ever felt before. Remember, I love you. So whatever you've got going on today, whatever's happening between the two of you or not happening between the two of you, remember they love you. And you're their guiding light. So if you're thinking, I really want them to open up to me, I really want them to show up for me, show up for yourself. Love yourself, heal yourself. And then the doors will open. Remember, it's not your job to change them or make them see things or transform them. It's their job. It's their job to transform themselves. And they're promising you that today with the stag. I will change. I will move forward. I will do what I need to do. So don't take things personally and never judge others. So it's like they are asking you today to not judge them for the time it's taking or the things they're doing or the way they're acting, because everything is happening to grow their soul. And that doesn't justify their behaviour, especially if they've been nasty to you or they've been an ego. I was going to say evil, but there is no evil there really in their heart. It's like their ego creating that cruelness if they are being cruel to you. Instead, take yourself out of the equation. You have a choice whether you listen to it or you don't, whether you put yourself through it or you don't. So choose peace, look the other way. It doesn't mean you pretend it's not happening. It means you understand that the boundary you have to set is to allow them in when they are in the right energy for you. But don't judge them. Recognise they're growing, like Jesus said. Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. So if you're taking anything personally, stop doing that. Rise above. Recognise it's about their fear. They're in a bleak place right now. They're in darkness. and you're the guiding light. And sometimes they can resent that because they want to be more like you. They admire that in you, but they're also a little bit jealous of that too. Why can't I be more like you? And that could bring out their darkness. You trigger their wounds. So don't judge them. Never judge others. And this is also something they are learning. They are learning to not take things personally and to not judge others. So right now, focus on you. I feel that this is definitely a message for you to focus on you. But also because you're focused on you, they are focusing on themselves. So again, this is about healing, self-healing, self-growth. Now the signs are showing both of you this is real. And they are seeing signs constantly about you, especially connected with a ring, that they deserve commitment and love with you, the right person. They're also seeing signs if they already have a marriage or they're already wearing a ring, that they need to release that, where that ring belongs, what they want to do. So you may also be seeing lots of signs about rings. You may have a dream about a ring. You may also have a dream about them giving you a ring. And that's what I'm seeing as well. They're receiving signs in their dreams and their life about a ring. Now, a ring isn't just about a physical ring, which means commitment, or a ring. It's also connected with a call. They show me a ring of a phone, like a phone ringing. So they may actually have a dream where they're calling you up on the phone, or the phone is ringing, and they're working through their own fears. We've got leadership. So it's so important they take control, that they move towards you, that you give them that opportunity. Because again, remember, when you're operating in your power, sometimes you can be too much in masculine energy and you're trying to control things a little bit too much. So you have to let them become the leader. Let them step forward in their own way. Let them come forward in that way. And many of them are going through dark nights of the soul. That's why you're the light. You're the guiding light in 2025, because they're going through the darkness. So the dark night is like an ego death. It's when they go into their darkness and they face all their fears and their doubts, their worries, their insecurities, and they feel like they are drowning. And you shine the light, and that guides them up to the truth. And that could even be through posts they read. It could be your posts on social media. It could be other posts that they see that lift them out of that darkness. They may even be sharing dark posts. There's going to be a block there. Especially when you're not communicating. They could be sharing things. You could be sharing things that really connect you with each other. But you're definitely both seeing posts that remind you of each other. And you've got lucid dreams. So it's definitely lucid dreams. They are having lucid dreams about you. And that may well be why you've got intimacy on your mind today. Because you felt they had a lucid dream about you, or you sensed it, or you actually experienced it yourself. But in these lucid dreams, yes, there'll be intimacy and pleasure, but there'll also be signs through a ring, them taking control, them coming to you. And they may also be dealing with money as well. So they could have money issues. They could have money invested somewhere, and that may be stressful for them. Or they may have money involved in other things. So they could have joint finances with someone that they need to sort out, to get out of, to untie themselves from. Some of them could be in debt, or they could be making money. They could be busy with work today, or they may be focused on money. They may be thinking about saving money or budgeting with money. They could even be thinking about the holidays and how they need to get money ready for that. So money is on their mind today, and that's also perhaps creating some darkness that they are healing. Now, the energy around the journey itself today, we've got communication, so it's definitely coming in. It says, I need to talk to you and feel you close. You may feel that way today. You may feel like you need to talk to them and feel them close. Well, guess what? You have a telepathic link, so you can connect with them in that way. I want to reach out to you. Please be open to receiving communication from me soon. So are you open to receiving communication? What that means is, are you actually ready for that communication? Are you free for that? Have you unblocked them? Are you ready for it when it comes in, emotionally as well as physically? Because they are saying your response will encourage me greatly, and I'll be waiting to hear back from you. So in other words, when they reach out to you, no matter what it says, whether it's a hey, how are you doing, hope you're okay, or it's something more heart-based or heartfelt, they are hoping you're going to reply. So this is their energy. They want to communicate to you. And as much as you may need to talk to them and feel them close to you, you know it's their job to make the next move or take the next action, whenever that is. And I'm definitely feeling some of you are going to receive communication within 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 months. For some of you, it may take a bit longer. So it's definitely coming in this year within a 2 cycle. So you could even see 222. And if you're seeing 222, remember the truth. That's a sign that they love you. Now, they want to show it with emotion. So I am feeling as well that some of them, it could take a little bit longer. So it may be until January when they come forward with an I love you. But this is what they are intending to do. They are intending to tell you sooner rather than later that they love you because they're afraid of losing you. And we've got ghosts. So don't worry if they're ghosting you. They're working out what to say. They're working out how to say it. When you're both ready, contact will resume. And that's why this has come through. I also feel this could be a sign about Halloween and moving towards the October period, that things are shifting. So see them this way. If you feel like they're ghosting you and they aren't, they're processing. But if you see them as ghosting you, imagine them dressed up like this and how silly it is. And then it will make you chuckle and laugh and you won't take it so seriously. So they want to reach out to you. So be open to that communication. That's why the angels say, when you're both ready, contact will resume. Because you may not be ready for it. You may still be holding on to your own pain. You may need to forgive. What is meant to be will always find a way. Because perhaps you're thinking, well, how are they going to communicate with me when they have no access to me? Or they've blocked me or whatever they've done. They will find a way. Because the universe will find a way. What is meant to be will always find a way. And this communication is meant to be. And this is why you're going through neck pain, which takes us right back to the beginning of the reading. Ascension. Ascension and its symptoms serve you. That's why I'm being guided to share this video today about me talking about my Ascension Oracle, because I talk about all the physical things and why you get them. So many of you could be experiencing other symptoms, not just physical symptoms, emotional symptoms too. But you may be experiencing more than just back pain, neck pain, something different. So some of you are experiencing back pain today, which is about fears around stability, money issues, feeling unloved, guilt coming through. If you're experiencing anything like that, check out the video I'm going to share on the community post. But Ascension symptoms serve you. It grows you. It makes you stronger, wiser, prepares you for this communication. Now, extra messages about the journey. We've got gamer. So some of them could be gamers. So if your person plays games like video games or perhaps plays sports or even likes perhaps playing board games or things like that, that's an extra sign. But I feel you need to know they're not playing physical games with you. They're not ghosting you. They're working out what to say. Some of them could be religious, or their religious beliefs may be shifting and changing because they're becoming more spiritual. There could be religious things in the way that are causing a problem, like beliefs from different backgrounds religiously, or could be family things going on. So I feel there's going to be a game changer coming in. We've got bar. Now, the first thing I'm connecting with is raising the bar. That means raising your standards, knowing your own worth, setting boundaries down. Also, they show me the bar as in a legal bar. Okay, so someone could actually be in the bar. So, for example, you could be a judge. You're blocking my throat there. Because, again, we got the judgment card. This could also be connected with legalities. It's not your job to judge. Don't take things personally, never judge others. So I'm getting that with the bar, because obviously people have to pass the bar who go into some kind of legal career. So someone could be in a legal career. You know, when I say legal career, I mean like be a judge or be a barrister or a solicitor or a lawyer, something like that. Okay, but a bar can also be where you meet, where you did meet, or where you will meet again. So you may spend time in a bar. And you don't need to be drinking alcohol to go to a bar. You may just meet up with friends there, or you may go to a bar after work with your colleagues. You may run into this person at a bar, or a bar may be significant. You know, this resonates with my own journey, because, you know, when I first started my journey 28 years ago, that's how I met my twin, because we both worked in bars. So you take that how it resonates with you. We've got labels. So take the labels away. You know, if the labels are confusing you, thinking, who is this to me? Is this a twin flame, karmic partner, soulmate, catalyst? All these words, take the labels away. And take the labels away like ghosting, narcissist, gaslighting, all the labels, because people are either operating through love or fear. So see it in a higher way. So take the labels away of the connection, and the connection will rise and bloom. This could also be a sign for you, for those of you who perhaps like labels. So this could also be about the label of boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. So there could be a new label coming in. So it could be you moving to the next level where you actually have that label. You say, yes, they are my partner, they are my one. They are going to be my wife, my fiance, my husband, and so on. Labels can also be about wearing labels. So if they wear labels, they may have a name tag. And that could be a sign. Maybe they work somewhere and they have a name tag on. Or you see someone with a name tag on and it's got their name. Or you see a label somewhere, which means maybe you see like the twin flame label. Or you see the word union. Or so I'm seeing this as words that you may see as well, because you're both seeing signs that remind you of each other. And labels can also be wearing labels. So, for example, wearing a sports brand or a designer label. That could also mean something for your journey too. We've got facial hair. So some of them have facial hair. And there could even be a change. So if they've got facial hair, for example, they may shave it off. Or if they have none, they may grow some. And that could be an extra sign things are changing. And I love that we've got the twin flame coming through there, because you're both aware on some level this is what it is, even if you're not sure what the label is. So if you're thinking they don't know what twin flame journey is, they don't understand the label, they don't need to. What they do need to know is what they feel. And they do feel what they feel for you. So communication is coming, you're being prepared for it. When you're both ready, it will be resumed, or it will resume. Don't worry if you're experiencing ascension or neck pain. It's all part of the journey. It's serving you, it's growing you, it's getting you ready. But ultimately, they intend to tell you they love you. And I feel many of them are going to do it sooner rather than later. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.